December is supposed to be about woolly hats, scarves, and seeing your breath in the frosty air. But this year, Europe is turning the script upside down. Instead of crunching through snow, many of us are reaching for sunglasses and honestly, wondering if mulled wine should be served over ice. It's a December to remember, and not just for the weather nerds among us. Take Paris, for example. The City of Lights is usually wrapped up in chilly winds and frosty mornings right now. But this week, Parisians are strolling along the Seine in light jackets, some even daring to wear t-shirts. The cafes are buzzing, with tables spilling onto sun-drenched pavements. It feels more like a lazy day in early autumn than the run-up to Christmas. Berlin isn't far behind. Normally the German capital would be bracing itself for icy blasts and maybe even a flurry or two. Instead, the city's parks are full of joggers and dog walkers making the most of the balmy air. Even Stockholm, which should be knee-deep in snow, is enjoying weather that wouldn't look out of place in October. It's not just an odd day or two. All across Europe, people are swapping snow boots for sneakers and wondering if Mother Nature has misplaced her calendar. Let's take a closer look at just how warm things have gotten. This month's temperature records haven't just been broken, they've been absolutely smashed. Paris hit a startling 16 degrees Celsius, or 61 degrees Fahrenheit last Thursday, a full 8 degrees above its usual December average. Berlin clocked in at 14 degrees Celsius, while Stockholm reached a balmy 9 degrees, nearly double its typical high for the season. Elsewhere, Madrid basked in 20 degrees of sunshine, and Milan's Christmas shoppers found themselves sweating under blue skies at 17 degrees. Even London, famous for its dreary winter drizzle, has seen several days topping 15 degrees. For many cities, these aren't just warm days, they're the warmest December days ever recorded. These numbers aren't just impressive, they're historic. Weather stations from France to Poland are reporting their highest December temperatures since records began. In fact, more than 80 temperature records fell across the continent in just the first week of the month. What's even more surprising is how widespread this warmth is. Usually a freak warm day hits one region. This time, from the Atlantic coast to the Baltic Sea, the whole continent is basking in the glow. So what's causing this December heat wave? So, what's behind this early autumn in December feeling? The answer lies high above our heads, in the invisible highways of the atmosphere. The jet stream, a fast-moving ribbon of air up in the sky, has taken an unusual path this month. Instead of flowing straight from west to east, it's looping northwards, dragging warm air up from the south. On top of that, we've got what meteorologists call a blocking high. That's a stubborn zone of high pressure parked over Western Europe. It acts like a giant atmospheric shield, keeping cold Arctic air locked far to the north. Meanwhile, mild winds from the Atlantic and even the Mediterranean are free to roll in, day after day. Another player in this weather drama is the North Atlantic Oscillation, or NAO. When the NAO is positive, as it is right now, it encourages mild, wet air to flood into Europe and keeps the deep freeze away. The result? Cities that should be shivering are instead basking in unseasonable warmth. In short, Europe's current weather is a perfect storm of mildness. The atmosphere's big gears have lined up just right, or wrong, depending on your love of snow. But how long can this last? Weather models give us a glimpse into the future, and right now, they're showing that the mild spell isn't over just yet. Most forecasts suggest the warmth will stick around for at least another week. That means more sunny afternoons, more confused daffodils, and perhaps another record or two. But don't get too comfortable. By the third week of December, those trusty computer models are hinting at a change. The jet stream could snap back to its usual path, opening the door for colder air from Scandinavia and Russia to surge southwards. Some models even show a return to frosty mornings and maybe, just maybe, a dusting of snow in Central Europe right before Christmas. Still, weather is a tricky beast. Models can shift, and forecasts can change. But for now, the odds are on at least another 7 to 10 days of above-average temperatures in most major cities. After that, keep your hats and gloves handy. You might need them after all. So, enjoy the mildness while it lasts. But remember, winter is only ever one cold front away. Here's a silver lining to this December heat wave. Your wallet might just get a holiday bonus. With radiators switched off and heaters gathering dust, energy consumption has plummeted across much of Europe. That means lower heating bills for millions of households. A rare bit of good news in a year of high costs. Let's talk numbers. In France, national energy demand for heating is down by nearly 20% compared to last December. Germany reports a similar drop, saving households an average of 60 to 80 euros so far this month. Sweden's energy authorities say the country is using 15% less heating than usual for December. It's not just households feeling the benefit. Lower demand means energy prices have dipped on wholesale markets. In the UK, for example, natural gas prices fell by 12% in the first week of December, and electricity costs are following suit. Businesses, schools, and public buildings are all saving money too. Of course, not everyone is thrilled. Ski resorts and winter gear shops are feeling the pinch, but for most people the warm weather means a little extra cash for holiday treats. Not a bad trade-off for a few sunny days in December. The December warmth isn't spread evenly. Some countries are basking, while others are just a bit less chilly. In France and Spain, the mild air has been most dramatic. Cities like Bordeaux and Barcelona are seeing daytime highs more typical of late September. Outdoor cafes are packed, and parks are full of people making the most of the sunshine. Germany and Poland are also enjoying a big break from the cold. In Berlin and Warsaw, people are swapping heavy coats for light rain jackets. The Netherlands has seen tulips sprouting weeks ahead of schedule, much to the gardener's surprise. Scandinavia is a special case. Stockholm and Oslo are warmer than usual, but not exactly balmy. Still, the lack of snow is confusing both locals and wildlife. In southern Sweden, some lakes that should be frozen solid are still open for kayaking. Meanwhile, Eastern Europe and the Balkans are feeling the warmth too, but with a bit more rain. In places like Budapest and Bucharest, it's mild but soggy. Umbrellas are more useful than mittens right now. Everywhere you look, people are finding creative ways to enjoy this unexpected weather. In Paris, Christmas markets are full of shoppers sipping iced drinks instead of hot chocolate. In Berlin, some enterprising souls have even fired up their barbecues for a December grill fest. Not something you see every year. In Stockholm, joggers are out in force, taking advantage of the snow-free paths. Local newspapers are full of photos of people picnicking in parks, bundled in light sweaters and sunglasses. Some Swedes are even reporting signs of early spring crocuses poking through the soil, and confused birds singing as if it's March. But it's not all fun and games. Ski slopes in the Alps and Pyrenees are looking worryingly brown, with resorts delaying their openings and snow cannons working overtime. Winter sports fans are crossing their fingers for a dramatic turn in the weather. Still, most people are making the best of the mildness. If nothing else, it's a December to remember, and maybe to brag about to your grandchildren someday. It's tempting to think winter's been cancelled this year, but if there's one thing we know about European weather, it's that it loves a surprise. The mild spell might last another week or two, but all the signs suggest that colder air is waiting in the wings. Meteorologists warn that a sharp return to winter is still possible. In some years, Europe has gone from t-shirt weather to snowstorms in just a few days. So, while it's fine to enjoy the sunshine now, don't put your winter boots too far out of reach. Keep an eye on the forecasts, especially as Christmas approaches. A sudden blast of Arctic air could bring frost, icy roads, and even a white Christmas in some regions. Until then, enjoy the bonus warmth. But be ready to bundle up at a moment's notice. After all, in Europe, winter always has the last word. Now, it's your turn. We want to know. How is this mild December playing out where you live? Are you sipping coffee on a sunny terrace in Rome, or jogging in a snow-free park in Prague? Maybe your city is bucking the trend and feeling a bit nippy after all. Drop us a message with your city and today's temperature. We'll keep updating our map with your stories and numbers. Who knows, maybe you'll help us spot the next record-breaking warm spot. Whatever the weather, stay tuned for more updates. And don't forget to enjoy a little sunshine while it lasts.